Hi guys, so I've been out all day and I've just got home, so I thought I would film the next installment of my eBay / Depop haul. I still have things on the way. I feel like this may just become like an ongoing set of videos, and today I thought I'd just show you what I've got so far. So the first thing I got were these shoes. I got these off of Depop. These cost me £5 without shipping. I think the shipping brought it up to about £7. Now these still have the stickers on the bottom of them, so they are literally new with stickers. They didn't come in a box, but I'm not sure whether or not these would have originally come in a box anyway. But they are from Topshop. I'm not sure if Topshop is exclusively within the UK, but Topshop is kind of like a higher end clothing store on the high street, and things tend to be a lot more expensive. So whereas in like Primark you could probably get these for about between £5 and £10, these originally cost £24 in Topshop. Obviously someone bought them for like a Halloween do or something like that, and they didn't feel like they could get much more use out of them, but I would definitely be getting a ton of wear out of these, especially for more formal occasions. Now these are made out of a nice velvety material, but they still feel pretty sturdy, and the actual embellishments are fully embroidered onto them. So there's a spider web on this one and a boo on this one, which I think is really nice that they don't fully match. I do like the cut of them, although I feel like they have a slightly slipperish look to them, but for £5 I thought I could not go wrong. I have actually searched all over like eBay and everything to find some of these to link for you, but I really can't find any, so I think these are going to be the kind of things you're going to have to look out for people putting up secondhand. From eBay, and they're just these cat stickers. I did actually get 2 of these. The reason I got these cat stickers is because this is literally one of my favorite depictions of a cat. Like if you type in spooky cat sticker into eBay, these come up straight away. Of course I will link them below anyway, but they're so easy to find. They're all over eBay. I got one of these stickers way back when I bought my car, and I stuck one of these on the back of my car, and it has held so well. Like, it hasn't started peeling at all. I've also put one on my laptop. They're like my favorite thing ever, and I love just giving them to people as gifts, but I thought I'd just stock up on a few more just so I have some for the future. So the next thing I got from Depop was a little phone holder. Now I'm not sure whether or not I'm actually going to use it for my phone or not. I have had it sat on the side, and I don't really tend to kind of stand my phone up at all. Even when I'm like watching videos and stuff, I just kind of balance it against things. So I guess this could be useful, but I kind of got it more for the backing part, which you don't really even see when your phone sat on it. This is made by Alchemy Gothic, and it was from their 2003 range. So this isn't sold on their actual website anymore, but you can still get it from a few places online. I thought it's like such a gorgeous piece. The only bit I'm not too sure about is this bit at the front, which is like a diamond heart with wings, but I'm kind of coming around to the idea of it. But the main bit which I like is this background like swarm of bats. It has a really big one at the top, and then they just kind of get slightly smaller as they go down. It is also slightly curved, as you can see, because it's meant for you to actually rest your phone in. You're meant to slot your phone in like that, and it can sort of stand up, and the back kind of hugs your phone a bit. It's a bit odd. The only reason you'd have this really is just to kind of watch things when you don't want to hold your phone, because you can't charge it or anything when it's like this. But I thought I could get some use out of this, and I hadn't seen it before, so I was pretty excited when I found it on Depop. As I said in my last video, I have been looking for little figurines, and I bought this thinking it was going to be like this big, and it was a little bit bigger than I expected. I got this for 99p off of eBay. At the moment I'm really obsessed with bidding on eBay just because I seem to be getting some really great deals. This, which you could probably find in a charity shop for about £2 or £3, I got for 99p, which I know isn't that much cheaper, but every little helps when you're a student. It is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. When it came in the box I could not work out what it was going to be, because I expected it literally to be about this big, so I'm going to have to try and find some kind of home for this. But I still think it's pretty cute, and I don't really have very many like black and white cats. All of my cats are just fully black, so I think it's probably quite nice to have a little bit of variation. This is like fully ceramic. It is hollow, and it does have like holes in the bottom. It does actually still have a sticker on the bottom as well that says sleeping cat. See, if any of you are looking for this kind of ceramic cat, check out eBay. Just type in ceramic cat. So many of these come up, and a lot of them are just stuck at 99p. The next things I got off eBay are to add to my background, and it's these super cute little TYs. As I said in a previous video, I absolutely love TY toys, or Beanie Babies is what we used to call them. They're definitely way behind the Beanie Boos, and I think the majority of Beanie Babies would probably be a bit younger than these, because these feel almost like vintage in the style of them. They both still have their tags. This one is called Peter and it just says trick or treat in his tag. It doesn't say any birthday or anything in there. I'm assuming it's probably around October the 31st. Now the thing I really liked about these is that the bear is double jointed. I had this conversation with someone recently. I cannot think of what the word is, but they're sort of jointed so you can move their limbs around, and it kind of gives him a little bit more character. So it's just a little brown bear with a little orange pumpkin hat. He's wearing like a pumpkin tummy suit, and he's got his really cute little paws, and I actually bought him like in a bundle with this one. Again, this one does have a tag. This one's called Carver and it says "Carve a place in your heart for me," which I think is slightly dark, but still really cute. Again, it's the same sort of style with the hat, and again with the movable arms and legs. This one has more of like a pumpkin dress, and you can actually take it off, unlike the other one. It is Velcro, so if you wanted to, you could just have like a naked white bear with a pumpkin hat. So I believe I paid around £12 to £13 for both of these, and I got them off of eBay. I didn't get these bidding, I just got these as a buy it now. I have seen them other places such as Depop, like listed separately, so they are still around. The next thing I got, I'm sure you have seen a million of, but it's just these bat stickers. Now, I thought I'd show you these because I have these literally everywhere in my room. Ignore that big gap, I am currently working on that bit still. But all of these bats, which go all around here, they're also sort of on my back wall. I've even used them to decorate my lampshade. All of those bats are from this company, bar a few which I think I got from the Spooky Box Club. But I think these are around 99p on eBay, and you get quite a few of them in there. So I thought I'd share them with you just because I think they're a super easy way to just spook up any kind of wall or area. I'm definitely going to be putting these ones in the corner of my room because I've recently moved something and there's a big gap of wallpaper that I just kind of want to cover a bit. But you get various different shapes and sizes of these kind of, they're almost like an acrylic, they're sort of a plastic feel, like they're not too thick, but they're very sturdy. And also the thing I really like about them is you can bend their wings and it will stay how you bent them. So you can kind of have your bats in sort of whatever shape you want. It does come with these 12 little sticky circles which are double-sided, and it's just a little circle of foam which fit perfectly onto the back of your bat. So you don't need to worry about blue tack or anything. If you don't want to, you can use these. You can pull them off quite easily, but they do lose their stick once you have taken them off. So I would recommend using blue tack if you're planning to move your bats around. The next thing I got from eBay, and I am so in love with it, and it is this little statue of some pixies. I actually left the label on because the make of it is just called the Pixies, but I got this off of eBay. I know there are like various stores online that sell them, but I found that eBay is definitely the cheapest place to get these. I got this because the Pixie in my house has been playing around with all my stuff recently, so I thought he was probably jealous because I don't have very many Pixie items in my house, so hopefully he'll be happy with these. I really like the layout because it's not your usual like fairy sat on a pumpkin, although I absolutely love that style. I feel like this represents Pixies even better just because they've obviously picked the Toadstool. This one is rolling it along and this one's just having fun sort of clambering on top of it. It is such a detailed piece, and I believe I paid around £10 or £11 for this, so it wasn't too expensive, bearing in mind that it is like a solid figurine. Around the bottom of it, it's got various leaves and shrubbery. There's loads and loads of detail in the Toadstool itself, and there's even a little ladybird climbing up the side. I love the Toadstool. I love how kind of uneven it is. And then in my opinion, the Pixies themselves are like the perfect depiction. I love all the details such as like the little stitches in their hats and the rips in their clothes. And I just love their little feet. They're so cute. And I really hope this will please my Pixie so he'll stop stealing everything in my room. Next thing I got from a tabletop sale, but there are 101 of these online. And it is this massive snake. Like literally it's longer than my room. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but it was a gift from my mum. And it's just this really big snake. It doesn't have a make or anything on it, but if you go on eBay and type in like snake toy, you can get various different ones that look like this. So I'm sure some of you made your predictions and your predictions were right. I did get completely hooked and addicted on Cherished teddies. So I've got 4 of them to show you now, and then I think I'll show you the rest of them in another video just so this doesn't become a massive Cherished teddies video. So this is the first one I got, which is called Cassandra, and then it says Ghostly Greetings. So this one is a really cute little bear in a little ghost outfit. There's a little patch that says Boo, and she's holding a little pumpkin. She's kind of running away from this little graveyard scene, and there's a tiny little ghost kind of peeking around the back of it. I love how detailed and 3D these are, which is, I think that's one of the reasons why I've got really hooked on buying them, because just I think they're so well made and there's such great care taken in making them. It does also have like a little sweet like bucket that's been knocked over that also says Boo, and there's various like sweets coming out of it, like a little lolly with a smiley face. There's also an apple to promote healthy eating, obviously, but the rest are kind of like little candy pieces. I love all the detail that are within these little Cherished teddies. I'm so glad that I was able to get this one. I think it cost me around £5, which is pretty good for the kind of bigger figurines. This one does have a hole in the bottom of it because it did used to have like a ghost sound, so when you moved it, it would make a ghost sound. I wasn't really too fussed about getting one with this sound just because I know I'm going to have this on display and then probably not move it much. So you can definitely find these cheaper if you're not looking for one that makes a ghostly sound. The next one I got was this one, and this one actually does glow in the dark. I got this one for, I think it was around £1.99. I was bidding on it for a while on eBay, and I was so glad when I won it because some of them go for quite a lot of money. This one is called Sullivan and made in 2000, so it's one of the earlier ones. The thing I really liked about this is that the kind of little skull bag that he has, it sort of moves because it's actually like glued onto a string, which I thought was a really nice detail. I expected it all to be solid, so to have like a little bit of movement in there I think is a really nice little touch. The bear himself is wearing this little kind of skeleton onesie. One of his ears are covered, and then he's got this really cool little skeleton piece, and this is the sort of bit that is glow in the dark. And then by his foot there's a little pumpkin. Most of the Halloween ones do have some form of pumpkin in them just to sort of link them all together. This next one I got is called Connie, and this one is from 1993, so this one is one of the earlier ones. It's wearing a bonnet as such with a little kind of patch on it. I love that they've made it look like her feet are sort of wearing away, but the Halloween element as such of it is this kind of pumpkin in the middle with various different sweets inside. And on the bottom it just says, "You're a sweet treat." So when I saw this on eBay for, I think it was again around £1.99, I thought I'd get it just because my Halloween collection of these teddies is definitely growing thick and fast. So another one I got off eBay was this one. I think this one was closer to £4. Obviously this one is not a Halloween one. His name is Ryan, and it says, "I'm green with envy for you." And this one was made in 1996. As you can see, this one is ever so slightly faded by the sun, but I do quite like the look it gives it. Now, I got this one mainly because it has a cute little toadstool in the background, and I just couldn't resist its little feet. I have some kind of weakness for like shoes and feet when they're like pointy and like turned over like a pixie foot. I thought he looked so cute, and although I think he's meant to be a leprechaun, to me he looks like a pixie, and he's got little like sparkly fairy wings. I have this one in a completely different place to all of my Halloween ones. I have this one by my sink, which is near where all my oddities and my toadstool collection is. I feel like he fits in really nicely with all my kind of enchanted collection. While we're on the subject, I just wanted to show you the sort of boxes that these Cherished teddies come in. I think that they come in really gorgeous and like sort of unique looking boxes. They're definitely quite old looking, and some of them do actually come with various paperwork so that you can join the club if you want to, although this is from 1996, so I don't think it will be valid anymore. But you also get like a little adoption card. The person who had this before hadn't filled it out, but I feel like some hardcore collectors probably take that very seriously, so that is something to consider if you do like doing little adoption forms, which kind of reminds me of like the death certificates you get with Living Dead dolls, although it's a completely different concept. My mum also bought me these 2 dragons from a tabletop sale. Again, they are TYs. I absolutely love my TYs. This one kind of reminds me a little bit of a unicorn because it's like shocking white and pink, but I absolutely love this one, and again I'm sure you'll see them sitting in the background. She paid £1 for these, and I have looked them up on eBay and I found them for similar prices, so there are some of these around if any of you are looking for a really cute little dragon toy with its little tongue hanging out. So the last thing I have to show you is a little bit silly, but I'm sure some of you will appreciate it, and it's this Lady Rainicorn scarf, and I love it. This is a character from this series Adventure Time. I saw this scarf ages ago and it was so expensive. I think it's normally like £25–30 and there was no way I was paying that, but I found this on Depop for Depop for £10, so I was pretty stoked. Although it's not really the kind of thing I'd wear out just because it is extremely colourful, I think that it's such a cool little concept and I'm glad to have this in my collection. I'll probably actually keep this maybe on my bed or something, but when you wear it like this it kind of looks like she's walking along just doing rainicorn things. But I just thought this was so cute, and anyone who is also a fan of Adventure Time will probably appreciate how awesome this scarf is. Other than that, I just got some random soaps and hair dye and things from eBay. I have got some other things on the way from a app called Pre-Loved. I've actually never heard of it before a few days ago, but it's sort of a little bit like Depop and eBay. It's just the setup is a little bit different. So thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them below. If you like these kind of eBay/Depop hauls, do let me know, because I do end up buying a lot of stuff throughout the year, which is all a little bit random. Like, I don't really have like a specific video to put them into. Kind of squashing them all into one video is a lot easier than making a separate video for every single little thing I buy. So let me know if you are interested in seeing another one of these eBay Depop shopping addiction extravaganzas. So thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you enjoy the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!